What's going on YouTube, and welcome to Digital Perspective. I'm Khaled, and in today's video it's a user requested tutorial. If you haven't checked out some of our other tutorials last week on Friday, be sure to check it out there. This is based off the Arcane League of Legends tutorial where I go through how to create a glass effect, and someone has actually sent me a Dribble post and said to me, Khaled, how do I create something similar to this? Now, if you really want to know how I would do it, be sure to hit subscribe and turn that notification bell on, and after the intro, I'll show you exactly how. What's going on, guys? So without further ado, let's just get into the computer and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So someone had sent me this post on Dribble by D Studio, and it's asked me basically how do I create this sort of effect with the glass effect and the colorful background and on the back here. Now again, we've probably done this twice now. We've got a tutorial on how to create glass effect, and I put it in the cards there, as well as I said on Friday, we've also created how a cutout or a broken glass effect can be done inside of Adobe XP. But I'm just going to answer this tutorial, this question here, on how I would do this specifically. So what I would do, first let me go onto Google and just put in there splat colorful. See what we get. I'm just going to go into the images. I just want a simple colorful, there you go, right? Just a simple color, an image with multiple colors in there. And ultimately what we're going to do is we're going to blur this out, right? So I'm going to stretch this out. Now you can see how this is a different color gray background. So I'm just going to copy the gray background so it looks like it's sitting on there perfectly. And then inside of Adobe XD, I'm going to click on object blur. So you can see what that does is it blurs the object, right? So we can blur it maximum so you have this nice effect. And if you go back to the image, now obviously they've got some card designs there which look fantastic, so big shout out to D Studio for this as well. It looks beautiful. So what I'm going to do in this instance is I've already, just to save time, I've already created a card, right? It's nothing special here, it's literally just a card design with, you know, some numbers and etc, etc. So I'm going to select it all, and I'm going to place that roughly halfway here so you can see the effect based on the color and everything else. And all you really need to do is click on the background of the card, scroll down to where it says background blur, turn that on, and you can see instantly it's taking care of that for you. Now if you click on it and just go back, you can play back with the settings basically on how dark and how light you want the color, right? You can see that you can play back with it. Also, as a excuse me, as a recommended thing, I would also ask you to perhaps put a border around the card so you can see this little shine thing comes in there. I'm going to do one more thing, see if it works here. I mean, ideally that would be the final tutorial on that one, but I'm going to go a little extra and say raindrop texture. I'm going to take this card or this image, and I'm going to chuck it on top of my card display, right? And that basically what I'm doing that for is, if I scroll back down, I can give my card like a nice little wet look if I needed to. Now ideally I would recommend finding maybe a really good texture pattern that would make it work. So if I go back and I can extend the brightness on that, ideally the best ones you would rather do is something that's quite light, I would say. Works great that way. But if you don't, just fill it with white or whatever color you want, and it works the same way. So hopefully that's answered your question. It is a very quick tutorial here, but yeah, if you do like this tutorial and you want to request your own, be sure to drop us a comment onto our Discord or leave a comment on some of the videos, and we'll be sure to read them. And if you want some more in-depth tutorial, be sure to check them out there and there. And until the next time, I'm Khaled, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.